Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, today we are going to be doing another Nightworms unboxing. So this is my all-time favorite subscription box, as many of you guys might know. But before I get into this, I just want to mention that if you guys follow me on Instagram at Prynne, today is the first day that you can enter into my current giveaway, where I will be giving away The Last House on Needless Street, a hardbound brand new edition. I have a full review on this book. I think this is a very interesting book. It's a very unique book. It's very one of a kind, I would say. I have a lot of mixed feelings on it, but I do think it is a book absolutely worth reading. So the giveaway will start today, Thursday, November 11th, and it will continue to November 19th when I will announce the winner. I'm very, very excited for this. I have a bunch of giveaways planned coming up, so be on the lookout for those. And again, all of the information on how to enter the giveaway is on my Instagram at Prynne. Anyways, let's get into unboxing the Nightworms November 2021 package. For those of you who do not know, Nightworms is a monthly horror subscription book box. Every month you receive usually 2 to 3 books along with some goodies. So they've just recently raised their prices. It is $39.99 a month plus shipping and handling, which to me comes out to $47.80. You can take a look at their website, which I will have linked below, which will have all of their pricing information. But yes, Nightworms is my all-time favorite book box. You get new releases, indie releases, reprintings of like books that have gone out of print, a lot of really, really fun things, a lot of things that other horror authors have chosen or collaborated on, and of course, fun little goodie bags. It has exposed me to so many new horror authors since I started getting this back in April of 2020, and I just absolutely adore this box. And this year, they've really, really been killing it. I think there's really only been one box this year that I wasn't absolutely thrilled with, and that was the October box, sadly, just because I didn't feel like they went above and beyond for spooky season the way that a lot of other boxes did. But it was still a good box. It just wasn't my favorite out of theirs, and really the only box that didn't blow me away all year. So I'm very excited for this month's box because I believe that we get 2 books in this box, and that they are, I think, limited edition to Nightworms. I might be wrong. I know one, I think, is definitely a limited edition just to Nightworms. Though I will say this is a pretty thin package. They're usually a lot heftier, but we will see what's in here. So let's start off with our goodie bag. We have a little thank you autumnal themed sticker on it. Okay, so first up we get, as always, our little bookmark that is exclusive to Nightworms. It has the theme of the month. So the November Nightworms 2021 theme is Season of Fear. I love this. It's got this little like autumn skull on the back. We then get Pioneer Joe Coffee Co. Pacific Northwest Trailblazing Favorite in Nightworms Campfire Blend. I do really like when they get the little single serving coffees. A lot of times I actually turn it into cold brew. So this is very, very fun. And I like when they collaborate on their own specific type of coffee. All right, we then get a little bookmark here that says the spirits of the dead exist and they want to communicate. And then it says on this other side, there is no death, there are no dead. And then we get this little like bookmark from Strange Company, which also seems to be a little ad for a book. We get some stickers. We get Queer Horror with this little blood drip. And then we get a Season of Fear sticker that also kind of follows the theme of this like autumnal skull that was on the bookmark. We get our little spoiler card over here, which has an ad for Brian Boyer's Flesh Rehearsal. And then we get Anaya Allborn's little book plates, and then Christopher Triana's like book lists, I guess is what you would call them. I don't know either of these authors, though I do believe these are the 2 featured authors in here. All right, so I'm gonna pull out the first book. And yes, so this is by Christopher Triana, and it is A Cold Place for Dying. This sounds very wintry. I love winter horror. Let's read what she is about. Already, guys. It's Christmas Eve. Having lost his wife, Joe Whitaker is spending the day hunting deer with bow and arrow in the mountains of New England. He finds a sense of peace getting back to nature and even leaves his phone in his truck, wanting to free himself from the everyday world for a few hours. But no sooner does he enter the woods than his place is interrupted by Nicole, a frantic woman running barefoot through the snow. She claims she was kidnapped and has managed to escape. But the man who imprisoned her is now on her tail and won't stop until she's his hostage again. Joe wants to help Nicole, but when he comes across Dan, the man pursuing her, he's told Nicole has a serious mental illness and is delusional. Dan claims he isn't her kidnapper, he's her husband. As a snowstorm bears down on the mountain, Joe soon finds himself in a deadly triangle with a mysterious man and a panicked woman, not knowing who to trust. If he makes the wrong choice, it might just cost him his life. A Cold Place for Dying is a dark thriller by Christopher Triana, the award-winning author of Gone to See the Riverman and Full Brutal. It is a taut and terrifying story that tests the morality of its reader, leaving you breathless as you try to stay warm. Ooh, this sounds fun. This sounds really, really, really fun. And I think it's going to be really perfect to read in December. Kind of reminds me of that poor victim that tried to escape from Jeffrey Dahmer. If you're into true crime, you probably know about that. That seems very much like what the premise was here. So definitely interested to read this. I really like this cover too. It feels very like Walking Dead, like comic booky. Ooh, and I like the inside of the book. I feel like a lot of like indie authors recently, or like newer authors, have really been paying attention to like the presentation of their novels. And I really, really enjoy that. Okay, and then the next is Palmetto by Anaya Allborn, which has this kind of beetle house looking cover. And let's read what this is about. Kim Devlin nearly has it all. A great marriage, a baby on the way. All that's missing is a house, one idyllic enough to fill the Norman Rockwell-shaped spaces in her mind. So when Kim's husband, Eddie, books a property tour of a home Kim has been eyeing online, it's love at first sight. Far too expensive for them to afford, Kim and Eddie make an offer anyway, and score the deal of a lifetime. The house is suddenly theirs, and Kim sees it as a destiny. The house is where they're supposed to raise their baby, joyful and free and full of nothing but the best memories. But homes, especially the perfect ones, are never what they seem. Before Kim and Eddie are even moved in, something begins to squirm beneath Kim's skin. Something pretentious, a warning. Don't buy this house. But she ignores her misgiving. As if sensing its mother's foreboding, the baby begins to squirm beneath Kim's skin as well, twisting, writhing. But Kim ignores that too. Blinded by the idea of storybook happiness, Kim barrels headlong into a dream that quickly proves to be anything but and unwittingly seals her family's diabolical fate. Paying homage to Ira Levin's, I don't think I say that right, Ira Levin's Rosemary's Baby, Allborn's Palmetto takes the classic story of wanting it all and asks, how much would you sacrifice to have what you desire? And watching your dream become a waking nightmare. How loud would you scream? Ooh, okay, very, very interesting. And this is very, very brief. It's only like 100 pages, but it has like a similar presentation as the other novel does as well. And they're both by Thunderstorm Books, so that definitely makes sense. I've never read Rosemary's Baby, but I did recently watch the film, which was just absolutely phenomenal. So I'm very excited for this. I've never heard of either of these authors, but I am definitely stoked to be introduced to some new writers. This one definitely, A Cold Place for Dying, I think sounds a little more interesting to me, but I will probably bang this out in the next couple weeks or so as well, because it is only 100 pages. Seems pretty up my alley as well. I do really enjoy haunted house stories, if that's what it is. It could be very culty if it's Rosemary's Baby though. So yes, so let's go through the spoiler card. I did notice, oh, okay. So is this one as well? Oh, okay. So there are no book plates this month, but that is because they are both signed by the authors themselves, which I actually appreciate more than a book plate. And it says, this signed limited paperback edition of Palmetto by Anya Allborn, presented by Thunderstorm Books, is exclusively limited to the Nightworms November 2021 subscription box. And it even has the little Nightworms dude in there. That's awesome. And does this one say the same thing? Yes, it does. So this is also limited just to the Nightworms box as well. That's awesome. That actually makes this even more of an elevated experience, I think. All right, so let's go through the spoiler card. So it does say a signed copy of Cold Place. Huh. I guess this book is also called like The Love Nest, because it says a signed copy of Cold Place / Love Nest by Christopher Triana. Mine just says A Cold Place for Dying, so maybe that's a typo. And then again, a signed copy of Palmetto, the Season of Fear bookmark, the Campfire Blends coffee, and then the Season of Fear sticker by Pacific Coast Decals. Very cool. Yes, so these boxes, when I first started getting Nightworms, I was really, really hesitant about, because I would get these boxes by authors I had just never heard of, never seen of. And one of those boxes happened to have Wormwood by Tim Meyer and Chad Lutsky. And if you followed my channel, you know how much I absolutely adore Tim Meyer. We've had, I think, 2 packages from Nightworms that had his work in them, and Nightworms introduced me fully to him, and I absolutely adore his work now. So I am always very, very open-minded when I get packages from authors and books I have never heard anything about. And I'm very, very, very excited for both of these books. This, A Cold Place for Dying, just looks like such a perfect, like, winter book. Also that it's set on Christmas Eve. It's giving me Snow by Ronald Malfi vibes, which was actually a book that was in Nightworms, I think like last or 2 winters ago, I want to say. And they did like a reprinting of it, which also takes place on Christmas Eve, like in the snow, with like a lot of weird mysteries going on. Definitely read that book if you're interested to winter horror. But yes, very, very excited for both of these. I'm interested to see what the Nightworms package is for December. I know it's like Victorian horror themed, which is right up my alley. One, I think it's going to be a collection of short stories. I believe it's going to be like one of the Valancourt, like, Victorian ghost story books. And then the other one, they allude to being like a gothic Victorian style novel that was released earlier this year. I said in a previous video, I'm a little worried it's going to be The Death of Jane Lawrence, mainly because I do already own a copy of that book and I'm planning on reading it later this month. But we will see. I could be totally wrong. I've been totally wrong on my guesses before. Anyways, that is all that I have for you guys today. As always, thank you all so much for watching. I post every Monday, Thursday, and sometimes on Saturdays. If you enjoy these videos, please hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. It helps me out so much. Check out my Instagram for my book giveaway, @VioletPrynne, and I will see you all in the next one. Mwah.